evening. This is the 18 WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. Just after 6 p.m. last night, the DuBois County Sheriff's Department responded to a call of a 2001 Toyota Solara that was eastbound on I-64 at the 61-mile marker that lost control, causing it to travel off the south side of the interstate, where it's made its way through small trees, brush, and vegetation. The Toyota had flipped multiple times as a result of leaving the roadway and finally came to rest on its wheels. It came to rest just on the south side of the interstate, and driving the 2001 Toyota was a 53-year-old male from North Carolina. He was able to safely exit the vehicle and was transported to Memorial Hospital for precautionary treatment. The vehicle was, however, a total loss. DuBois County Sheriff's deputies were assisted by the Ferdinand Police Department, the Ferdinand Fire Department, Memorial Hospital EMS, and Berg's Wrecker Service. For some children this summer, food may be a hard thing to come by, but the Tri-State Food Bank and the Jasper-DuBois County Constructual Public Library will be hosting a summer food program for those who need the boost. The Tri-State Food Bank and the Jasper-DuBois County Public Library announced that they will participate in the summer food service program. It will begin tomorrow, May the 30th, with free snacks and will be made available to all children 18 years of age and under, and also to persons over 18 years who are enrolled in a state-approved educational program for the mentally or physically disabled. Free snacks will be provided to all children without charge and are the same for all children. Summer snacks will be served on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 4 p.m. and will be provided on a first-come, first-served basis at the Birdseye Branch Library, and in the summer, snacks will be served on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays from 3 to 4 p.m. and will be provided again on a first-come, first-served basis at the Jasper Public Library. The Hoosier State could see an uptick in mosquito and tick reproduction this year as winter provided mild temperatures and the early onset of rain in the spring season brought to our area. A Purdue University entomology professor says that if Indiana's mild weather continues, the state could see more mosquitoes and ticks this year. Mosquitoes are not only an annoyance, but in some areas could be quite deadly. More deaths are associated with mosquitoes than any other animal on the planet, as they are carriers of a number of serious diseases. Indiana residents do not have to worry about this particular disease. However, cases of West Nile virus have been linked with these small, slender, long-legged flies in the Hoosier State. Purdue's Catherine Hill highlighted that mild winter temperatures combined with a warm and wet early spring could mean early and prolific mosquitoes and ticks. She says that that's bearing any dramatic change in the upcoming weather forecast. The National Weather Service meteorologist Andrew White says that above average temperatures but below average precipitation is on tap in the state for the next few months. Temperatures are forecasted to reach the 70s on Friday, and Hill says that entomologists think that the insects may appear a week or two earlier than they have in other years. Early spring rains establish mosquito breeding grounds, and ticks emerge earlier during warm, wet springs. Public health officials say that the mild weather that Indiana residents have enjoyed last winter is coming back to bite them by spurring an increase in tick and mosquito population. The Vanderburgh County Health Department says that the southwestern Indiana county is seeing more ticks and more mosquitoes this spring than in past years. People with high concentration of steroids or cholesterol on their skin surface attract mosquitoes more, says Jerry Butler, PhD professor at the University of Florida. That doesn't necessarily mean that mosquitoes prey on people with higher overall levels of cholesterol, but that these people simply may be more efficient at producing cholesterol, and the byproducts of which remain on one's skin. Mosquitoes also target people who produce excess amounts of certain acids, such as uric acid, and explains entomologist John Edmond, PhD, spokesperson for the Entomological Society of America. So the short answer is yes, mosquitoes do exhibit blood-sucking preferences, but 1 in 10 people who are highly attractive to mosquitoes will get bit. Indiana law enforcement officials say that officers cited or arrested nearly 200 people from Friday through Sunday at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway during the Indianapolis 500 festivities. Indiana State Police say that officers issued about 150 summonses for illegal possession or consumption of alcohol. Other issues included false identification and giving minors alcohol. There were about 245 charges this year, which is down from the year before, which saw 263. Minors, adults, and juveniles were cited for alcohol consumption and infractions. Excise officers are tasked with enforcing the state alcoholic beverage law, and Superintendent Matt Strittmeister Matter says that officers' main goal was to make sure that racing fans have a safe environment in which to enjoy all of the racing festivities. Conservation officers with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources are looking into a weekend ATV accident that they say resulted in a 16-year-old girl suffering a head injury. Officers say that around 6 p.m. on Sunday, the ATV left Brooksbridge Road, hitting a guardrail and road sign, causing both occupants to be ejected to the roadway. The driver of the ATV was a 17-year-old boy who was slightly injured during the crash. The female passenger was transported by ambulance to Memorial Hospital in Jasper for treatment. Officers say that neither person was wearing a helmet at the time of the accident. Responding agencies included the Martin County Sheriff's Department, Martin County EMS, Shoals Fire Department, and the Indiana Conservation Officers. And conservation officers with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources responded to a report of 2 lost Kentucky hikers deep in the Harrison-Crawford State Forest on Saturday night. Officers say that 2 Louisville women and their dog were located and transported to a safety shelter after a 4-hour search operation. They say around 8:30 p.m. the women called for help after becoming disoriented while hiking the trail. After dispatch pinged the pair's nearest cell phone tower location, Indiana conservation officers and O'Bannon Woods State personnel initiated a search operation with ATVs. Authorities say that search efforts were hampered when, despite officers' requests to remain stationary, the women continued to walk in different locations, utilizing only a dim Fitbit light. After riding nearly 25 miles on ATVs, officers and park personnel located the exhausted but otherwise uninjured women. Indiana conservation officers strongly encourage all hikers to be prepared when taking to the woods. Please notify someone of your plans. In addition, to please take a cell phone. Necessary items should include a current map of the trail, a compass, a first aid kit, flashlight, and also extra food and water. Representatives from the Jasper-based Kimball International and its Kimball office brand recently presented the city of Salem with a $25,000 cash donation to the Salem Emergency Flood Fund. Over a week ago, the community experienced a devastating flash flood after it was hit with 7 inches of rainfall in only a 45-minute time frame. Many homes and businesses experienced major damage. Kimball chairman and also CEO Bob Schneider says that the company has been a part of the Salem community since 1984, and he says that he wanted to give back during their time of need. Schneider points out that it's the company's aspirations that we build success that enables them to share that success by donations for worthy causes and special needs like Salem is facing with the flood. Kimball Office's Vice President of Operations, Kathleen Singler, says that the support they receive from the Salem community to further their strategic aspirations and daily operations is very much appreciated. Salem Mayor Troy Mary stated that on behalf of the city of Salem, they are very thankful for Kimball's willingness to help the citizens of the community. He says that Kimball has been a great community partner and they look forward to working and continuing this work relationship to build success in the future. And make sure you keep it right here, because up next we'll take a look at your weather summary.